As the rebel faction prepared to confront Clifden, they observed his magnanimous vice-filled character. Clifden reveled in the power he derived from his plunder, viewing the rainforest without regard for its delicate ecosystem but as a tool to enforce his dominance. The raiders under his command echoed his malevolent desires. Neville Fallow, sensing the discord within Clifden's heart,
"In the heart of this transformative journey, Clifden, I sense the profound conflict within you. A battle between the divine harmony I seek and the darkness that envelops your ambitions as the raider ruler."
Lucy Stearns, with her synchronic swords, prepared for a linguistic dance that would not only expose Clifden's lack of understanding but also challenge his misguided excavation practices. As the rebels confronted Clifden, the raider ruler, a tense exchange unfolded. Clifden, unaware of the rebels' knowledge and guided only by his desire for control, underestimated the power of those who stood for him. Lucy Stearns approached Clifden with a misguided determination to enlighten him.
"I approach you not as an adversary but as a guide through the rainforest's sacred corridors. Together, let us walk the path of understanding and create a civilization rooted in balance."
She spoke of the interconnected creativity embedded in her fragment of the process artifact. Hallam flashes a mischievous grin, weaving a tapestry of wisdom amidst the tension.
"Clifden, the essence of the 3DGR lies in its alignment with divine principles. It is a beacon of enlightenment, illuminating the path towards a civilization harmonized with the sacred order of Veridaegis."
As the rebel faction engaged in a philosophical dialogue with Clifden, the rainforest echoed with the clash of ideas. The vibrancy of nature stood in stark contrast to Clifden's malevolence, creating a tension that would determine the fate of the rainforest of Mt. Veridian. In this tumultuous encounter between the rebels and Clifden, the ruler of Raider City, the rainforest itself became a silent witness to the dance of conflicting ideologies. The raiders, oblivious to the intricate concepts of the 3DGR, faced a profound challenge as the rebels sought to liberate both knowledge and nature from the grip of malevolence. Lucy Stearns, with a graceful twirl, illustrated the intricate dance she spoke of.
"The process artifact is a key, Clifden, a key that unlocks the door to a realm where raiders and the rainforest coexist in harmonious dance. It's time to turn that key and embrace the transformative journey."
Neville emphasizing the timeless nature of the principles he spoke of.
The commitment to principles shapes the very essence of Veridaegis. We are not mere pawns in a power struggle but conduits of divine wisdom, working towards the harmonious evolution of civilization.
Neville Fallow's transcendence echoed in every word. With a jovial nod, Hallam Sethan acknowledged the rainforest as a partner in his quest for agape love.
"In the grand comedy of architectural creation, let's dance with ideas, twirl with creativity, and laugh in the face of rigidity. Clifden, join the progression of knowledge, and you'll find enlightenment in every joust."
Jasper, concealed beneath a gold-plated illusion, approached Clifden with a calculated grace.
Consider, Clifden, a partnership where the rainforest willingly contributes to the construction of the 3DGR. An alliance that doesn't subjugate nature but elevates it, creating a legacy of sustainable power.
Clifden's posture remained unyielding, and his gaze, fixed on the rainforest, betrayed no hint of vulnerability.
"You speak of harmony and interconnected creativity, but I see only weakness. The rainforest is a resource, and the 3DGR is a tool for control. I will shape them as I see fit."
Lucy Stern's movements mirrored the fluidity of her words, as she sought to convey the essence of harmony.
Clifden, the rainforest is not a mere backdrop, it's a living entity, intertwined with the destiny of Veridaegis. Understanding our language is key to achieving balance.
Neville Fallow, in conviction unwavering, added his voice to the challenge, urging Clifden to open his heart.
Your desire for dominance blinds you to the harmony that Veridaegis whispers. The delicate balance of life withstands the storms of control, and true power emerges from understanding, not force.
Hallam Sethan, pointing to the rainforest, emphasized the beauty of creation and the need for subtlety in Clifden's vision.
Look, Clifden, at the tapestry of diversity in the rainforest. Raider civilization should mirror this. Enlightenment lies in the actions that respect and preserve creation.
The rainforest of Mt. Veridian responded with a subtle shift in energy. Clifden's defiant posture faltered for a moment, replaced by a subtle tenseness that hinted at an acknowledgement of the rainforest's influence.
The rainforest, ever responsive to the ebb and flow of power dynamics. A subtle shift, a whisper in the winds, nature itself responding to the clash of ideologies.
Jasper's observant eyes recognized the interconnected dance between the rebels, the Platinum Raiders, and the rainforest, each playing a role in the unfolding drama. The rebels' words hung in the air, challenging Clifden. However, the Raider ruler remained defiant, his eyes gleaming with the desire for control.
Your ideals are but illusions. Power is what shapes destinies. The rainforest and the 3DGR will obey to my will. I'll extract every ounce of their potential for my dominance.
As Clifden declared his intentions, the rainforest of Mt. Veridian responded with a subtle shift in energy. The rebels, now faced with a raider ruler unswayed by philosophical discourse, realized that their quest for enlightenment might require a different approach. Lucy Stearns, with a determined look, signaled to her fellow rebels. The time for dialogue had reached its limit, and the clash with the platinum-clad raiders unfolded as a grand spectacle, echoing through the moonlit night. As the platinum-clad raiders, led by the imposing Clifden, advanced with their gleaming platinum armor, the rebels took their strategic stance. Lucy Stearns, Neville Fallow, Jasper and Hallam Sethan stood ready, each embodying a unique aspect of the rebels' resistance. The linguistic maestro, Lucy Stearns, stepped forward with her synchronic swords, ready to engage in a dance of words that would expose the raiders' lack of understanding.
Clifden, the dance has just begun. Let's see if your raiders can stand against the language of enlightenment,
she declared, her words carrying the weight of linguistic prowess and defiance. Clifden, fueled by a desire for dominance, scoffed at the notion.
Enlightenment. Ye only seek power, not some fanciful dance. Raiders, crush them with your might.
He bellowed, his orders resonating with the brute force mentality that had characterized the raiders' approach. Hallam Sethan, the guardian of the standard form factor of the process artifact, interjected with a roguish grin.
Well, raiders. Let's dash chaos on your rigid dance. Get ready for a roguish surprise.
His words hinted at the maneuverability that would define his style in the coming clash. Neville Fallow, channeling the divine wisdom of the Amos, spoke with calm certainty.
In the dance of principles, the raiders stumble. Clifden, your understanding is as hollow as your ambitions.
His words carried the weight of a higher purpose, challenging Clifden's pursuit of power devoid of compassion. Lucy Stearns, weaving linguistic structures, added,
"The linguistic symphony reveals your lack of wisdom, Clifden. We rebels won't bow to folly."
Her words resonated with certainty of foresight, emphasizing the disharmony that Clifden's raiders had brought to the sacred balance. Jasper addressed Clifden with a mix of mockery and strategic intent.
Raiders, your armor gleams, but it's the shine of ignorance. Time to teach you the steps of true power.
Her words carried a subtle mockery, challenging the raiders' understanding of power as mere brute force. Clifden, undeterred, asserted,
Ignorance. I hold the power of plunder. Raiders, show them the consequences of opposing my dominion.
His response echoed the plunder-driven ambitions that had fueled the raiders' advance. Hallam Sethan, with a mischievous glint in his eyes, taunted the raiders.
Platinum might meets roguish finesse. Let's see if your raiders can follow the unpredictable steps of the dance.
His words hinted at the clash between the rigid platinum armor of the raiders and the dynamic finesse of his own maneuvers. Clifden, fueled by a desire to regain control, asserted,
Coordination. I need no lessons. Raiders, regroup and show them the force that defines dominion.
His orders echoed with a determination to overpower the rebels through sheer force. Hallam Sethan, with a mischievous glint in his eyes, added a final taunt.
Raiders, your rigid dance lacks finesse. Let me show you the art of unpredictability.
Echoes of the clash reverberated through the rainforest. The rebel faction, guided by the transformative principles encoded within the Amos, stood united against the platinum-clad raiders. The rebels' coordinated efforts and strategic mastery seemed to dance in harmony with the rainforest, while the raiders, driven by Clifden's desire for dominance, found themselves stumbling in the complexity of the clash. The moonlit night bore witness to this epic confrontation, where philosophy met power in epic proportions. The rainforest of Mt. Veridaegis held its breath, caught in the tension between opposing forces. In the grand theater of life, the rebel faction, armed with the process artifact and guided by the transformative principles encoded within the Amos, stood as defenders of the delicate balance. The raiders, clad in platinum armor and driven by a lust for dominance, faltered in the face of the rebels' united front. Clifden, once confident in the power derived from plundered resources, realized that brute force alone could not conquer the intricate dance of knowledge and nature. In a moment of realization, he bellowed orders to his raiders, attempting to regroup and reassess their strategy. The rebels, however, pressed forward with renewed determination. Lucy Stearns' linguistic prowess created a symphony of deflection and counterattacks, disrupting the raiders' coordination.
Raiders, your warmongering crumbles before the transformative power of knowledge.
Her words resonated with the rebels' commitment to resisting the disharmony brought by the raiders. Clifden, witnessing the rebels' advantage, bellowed desperate orders in a last attempt to regain control. The raiders, driven by brute force and silver ambitions, clashed with the rebels in a final confrontation. Lucy Stearns' linguistic dance, Neville Fallow's complex 3D structures, Hallam Sethan's roguish finesse, and Jasper's strategic coordination painted a vivid tableau of resistance against the raiders' disharmony. The moonlit night bore witness to this epic clash of philosophy and power, a dance that would determine the destiny of Biofexry Castle and the rainforest of Mt. Veridaegis. The rebels, armed with the transformative power of the process artifact and guided by the principles encoded within the Amos, stood united against the raiders' disharmony. As the moonlit night faded into the dawn, The Hall of Rain was held by the rebels. Lucy Stearns looked out over the victorious rebels with a sense of fulfillment.